a crazy idea. So if there's one thing that I love, it's Star Wars. Hello, Star Wars! I'm even wearing some Porg socks. Let me show you. Star Wars. So if there's one thing that I love, it's definitely those Porgs. And I had this really crazy idea for a cupcake. And what I'm thinking was just a regular vanilla cupcake with green icing. And that's when the fun comes in, and I'm going to use coconut flakes that I had dyed green with some food coloring for grass. And then I thought, what could we make a Porg's nest out of? And that's when I saw these potato sticks. And I'm going to attempt to make a Porg's nest cupcake. And I hope you guys will follow along. If you want, you can like this video and subscribe. My name is Natty, and this is WDW Cupcakes. For the batter, you are going to need 1.5 cups of flour, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 2 eggs at room temperature, 2/3 of a cup of sugar, 12 tablespoons of butter, or I believe that's 1.5 sticks, 2 teaspoons vanilla, and 1/2 cup of milk. For the frosting, you're going to need 1 cup of butter, 1/4 a teaspoon of salt, 3 cups of powdered sugar, 3 tablespoons of heavy cream, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. So once the eggs, butter, and sugar are all nice and fluffy and creamy after beating them for about 2 minutes with my mixer, you're going to slowly add all of that to the flour, and then you're going to add the milk, and then you're going to slowly incorporate that all together. Alright, so while I add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, I opted not to use my hand mixer to combine them both, only because you don't want to over mix it. That's how you get like dense cupcakes. So I'm going to just like hand mix it, that way I have a little bit more control and can tell when everything's sort of together. Alright, so we have our batter, and now I'm going to take these and line her up. And it's almost time to go to Porg Palace. Thanks, oven. Let's see here. I don't want them to get too large. So now that these are all in, I'm so excited. These are going to bake at 350 degrees for 18 to 20 minutes or until it comes out clean. So let's bake these, and in the meantime, I'm going to get ready the miscellaneous stuff for the Porg nest. So as far as decorating goes, what I'm thinking is making just a regular frosting and then dyeing part of that green, and then I'm going to take some coconut flakes and use food coloring to dye the coconut flakes green, and that'll kind of create like a grass, so that it'll be cupcake, green icing, just to like have those coconut flakes stick. So I'll roll it in the green coconut flakes, and then I was going to put more frosting to secure the nest that's going to be made out of potato sticks and chocolate. And then I'm going to try to find a picture of a Porg, because they don't have a lot of Porg stuff. So I'm gonna have to improvise and probably print out a picture of a Porg and or Porglets. I'm not sure, we'll have to see what I find. And that will be the decoration on top. So I'm really excited. Let's see if this works. All right, so I'm going to take some coconut flakes and green food coloring, and then I'm going to mix those together, and hopefully they turn green and nothing bad happens. Let's find out. All right, well, I promise this does not look as green as it does in the lens. This looks minty for you guys, but I promise it's definitely like a grassy green, so this'll work, yay! All right, for the icing, this is just gonna be a basic vanilla frosting. You're gonna beat the butter with an electric mixer until creamy, and then sprinkle that salt over the butter and stir it again to sort of combine it all. After that, you're going to use a half cup at a time of the powdered sugar, and you're gonna keep waiting to add that until everything's totally mixed together before adding more. And then that's when you add after all the powdered sugar is added, of course, that is when you are going to add the heavy cream, about 1 tablespoon at a time, until everything is really well incorporated. Now that's sort of all mixed up. Let me just sort of combine all this again, get all that shenanigans off the edges. Oh yeah, this looks so good. Okay, and now the last thing that we have to do is just add some vanilla. All right, I'm going to let this cool in the refrigerator probably about 30 minutes or so, and then we will color it and get to decorating. Look at these guys, fresh from the oven. Now I just have to wait for them to cool and then we can frost them. So I melted some chocolate. I just took some chocolate chips and put them in the microwave with a little bit of vegetable oil, just 15-30 seconds at a time, and I stirred it every time at about 40% power. That way it's not gonna like burn on you. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to put down a little bit of this chocolate first, and then adding some potato sticks and hoping that makes a nest. We'll see. I'll figure it out. Please hold. So my train of thought was if I put a good spattering down of chocolate first and then potato sticks and then more chocolate, it will be easier to scrape off and have a better chance of it being one piece. And I also think that it will hold together and be more sturdy. Alright, so as this cools, yeah, you'll see, I just really hope that this sort of acts like a glue almost as far as the chocolate. So I'm gonna let these cool and then we will come back and decorate the final product. Alright, so now that everything is dry, what I did is I took some cutouts of Porgs and put them on skewers or sticks. And so these are the Porg nests. And then we have the coconut flakes for the grass. And now what I'm going to do is add the food coloring to the frosting, and then we can decorate. Good to go. Let's get to decorating. Sorry if this is a weird angle, but I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing here. Let me sort of clean up as I go. So I'm not going to be using a piping bag or a plastic bag. I want to have all the nooks and crannies like a mountain would have. So I'm just going to be using a butter knife to decorate with before I roll it in the coconut flakes. Give these a little mix. Yes! Alright, this is exactly what I was looking for. Now let's attempt a porg nest. So I just have a very thinly slatted spatula because I'm going to try to scrape these off. Hopefully in one piece. I imagine that they might fall apart. We'll find out, but let me just add a little bit more frosting for that to sit on. Okay, this is the part I'm the most stressed for. Oh boy. It worked! This is so great. Okay, and now let's add a Porg. Let's see here. Oh my gosh! It is a Porg's Nest cupcake. This is amazing. I can't believe this worked. I'm so happy. This looks so funny. I'm so happy. Oh my gosh. Okay. If you guys liked what you see, I'm so happy this worked out. I will link the recipes and how I made everything and all the miscellaneous stuff that you might need, like the coconut flakes. I'll list all of that down below. In the meantime, I am going to eat this and probably wait all the way here from Wisconsin for the line to end at Galaxy's Edge. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I feel like I need a cup of blue milk. I'm so happy that this worked out. Thanks so much for watching. Give this a thumbs up or a like, subscribe. I hope to bring you more of this sort of shenanigans in the future. Thanks so much. Bye.